Hello guys, TB Beast here. In this episode we're gonna talk about teaming, so stay tuned. I would like to start off with one concept we have already talked about in previous episode, which is virus eating with your teammate. Now that you have practiced it for a while, you can start doing that faster, which means you don't need to do it slow anymore. And the reason behind that is, if you do it faster, you will get bigger faster, and you can run around the map faster, which in turn will give you a better idea about where to go. As I have mentioned before, when you are in pieces, you can see more of the map than when you are in only one piece, which means you would know where to go next, or if there is a danger coming towards you, and so on and so forth. So let's have a closer look how we did it. As you can see, we are splitting around. We are not just standing in one cell each. I split into the virus and he goes splits on me. So he gets my pieces that were popped. Look at me now, I will split onto his pieces while I make sure I don't kill my teammate. That's the main thing you have to make sure about. Never kill your teammate or you're in big trouble. Now he takes the virus, so I split and I split to the other virus. So I make him ready to get the next virus. Now he's going to split on me, right? So now I will split onto the virus. Now he split into my pieces. So I go and look at my position. I go top so he can get the next virus. Now I split onto his pieces. It's not that hard. You can practice that. Don't worry, guys. Now let's run a couple of common situations you might run into, or if you play pretty regularly, you will run into those situations, each single one of them. And first situation I would like to mention is this one. At this stage, what you should try to do is feed your teammate's cell that is on top of the enemy cell so he can eat it. But before you do that, you need to make sure of two things. First, do you have enough mass to feed your teammate in order to kill the enemy? If you don't, then don't even try to give him. It's better if you stay big enough to maybe find a virus to pop the enemy, or prevent your teammate from getting popped by someone by standing in front of the virus, or if he just wants to give you mass back. And second thing is not to feed the enemy by mistake, which believe me, he will try to run toward you if he is decent enough player to prevent you from feeding your teammate. One other thing you might wanna do when you're small but the enemy is so close to you that if your teammate wants to split on him he would kill you. So all you have to do is split away to make sure your teammate can kill him freely and safely. Now let's say you're too small or you have died and just found your teammate. The proper position for you to be in order for your teammate to feed you if he has more than one piece is by going between his cells. Even if it means that you need to split, it's still worth it. First, because you will be getting mass from two cells, which is double the speed, and second, there will be not as much loss of the mass when all of it is going to you. Let me explain the second point again. Imagine this situation where you are trying to get fed from this side. Whatever mass you're getting, this cell will get too, which is a waste of mass because you lose mass with each W. But if you are in the middle, there will be not as much wasted mass since all the mass will be given to you. Now let's talk about common mistakes and how we shall prevent them. First common mistake that I would like to talk about is when you keep yourself in the enemy's split range and you die, leaving your teammate mateless.
Don't even say nothing to me, boy! You look like what the fuck?
Mateless. Anyway, on a serious note, in order to not leave your teammate teamless, look at how my teammate goes all the way around to avoid any danger or anyone splitting on him. Another common mistake is when you are trying to feed your teammate by W, and he's too small for all your cells. What people end up doing is that they keep pressing W toward him until their cells get bigger than their teammate and kill him. As you can see, if you keep W to this direction, you easily kill your teammate. So, the proper way to feed him is ironically feeding yourself, so he can get bigger than your small cells and eat them. Now let's talk about common mistakes people do when they are shooting viruses. How many times were you trying to pop an enemy and end up popping your teammate instead? Let's see what went wrong here and how to properly hit the virus. So, as you can see, I have two pieces shooting on the virus. Now when you aim your mouse directly on the virus like that, you end up shooting to these two directions, which means in reality you would never hit your enemy and have 50% chance to actually hit your teammate. So let's have a look at the proper way of hitting viruses. So, as you can see, I'm being cornered by this big guy and I desperately need my teammate assistance. Our only way out of this situation is by him bringing a virus and popping him with the virus. So as the clip is moving forward, you can watch as my teammate hitting viruses to bring them closer to the scene. You can watch as I hit 2 or 3 W's on each virus because, as we said in an earlier episode, viruses need 7 W's in order to split, and I need my teammate to have enough mass to keep bringing the virus. As he splits to pop the enemy, watch at the direction of his W. He aims his mouse on the enemy cell instead of the virus, which means there is no way he would miss the enemy because that's the direction the virus will go to when it splits. So guys, that's it for this episode on tips for teaming. Hope you learned something or refreshed your memories about something you have forgotten. Let me know what do you think of this episode or these teaching series in general. Smack that like button and subscribe for more episodes. And as always, thanks for watching. Peace.